In case you haven't been keeping track at home, there are just 159 days until Christmas. While it seems like we've just started to bask in the summer heat, now apparently is the time when you should start thinking about putting presents under that tree. Financial professional Tom Stockett from ClevelandWealth.com is here to talk about why we're already thinking sleigh bells and mistletoe. And when my producer said we were going to do this, I was a little bit skeptical. I mean, should we really be thinking about Christmas shopping right now?
It's hard, Denise. It is so hot outside right now to even think about the holidays. It's so far off. But right now is exactly the time to be thinking about it. You got to be putting together a budget and starting to save those funds so that you don't put those last-minute purchases on credit cards. And the holiday season is right around the corner. The sales are starting earlier and earlier, and the shoppers are taking the bait. 40% of shoppers will buy gifts before Halloween.
Wow. Is it possible, though, to start too early? Because as I was thinking about this topic, I thought there's some people that might still do a little, they might have all their gifts purchased, but then see some last-minute impulse things and go, oh, I've got some, I saved there, so I'm going to keep on spending now.
Well, absolutely. It might be a little bit too early to actually make those purchases. But really what's important is to start saving. Let's start putting in a plan into effect and even a budget to make those savings goals happen for the holidays. Once again, we want to stay out of the credit cards.
Yeah, I mean, that's credit card debt. That's the killer, isn't it?
Absolutely. And which, I love a quote which says, a 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step. And really the first step here is building a budget. And think of the budget as being a lot of different things, not just the gifts, but the travel expenses, the decorations, the postage, the gift wrap, the cards, you name it, everything. And a great place to start is with last year's receipts. Come up with a realistic idea as to how much you need to spend. If you don't have that, you can use a holiday budget worksheet. We've got a great one on our website at ClevelandWealth.com. And it can help you stay on track, just as you're saying, stay out of those impulse buys.
Do people get into a lot of trouble at Christmas time that it kind of stays with them through the year? And then again, I know that's happened to me in the past. Christmas creeps up on you and you go, wow, I haven't even paid the bills totally off from last year.
I counsel clients all the time that let's come up with a savings plan for future purchases instead of being forced into a savings plan to pay off debt. So absolutely, it's all about the homework done now that will put you in a good financial position down the line.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Actually, Tom's going to stick around. Again, you're from ClevelandWealth.com, and we'll have more questions for you in the coming hour. In fact, you can tweet me a question if you have one for Tom. All right, Chris, just about 6 months from today, we'll be singing Christmas carols and drinking eggnog. The Christmas season will be here before you know it, of course, which is why now is the time to start planning your budget. Tom Stockett from ClevelandWealth.com is with us this morning with tips on planning ahead for your holiday. We did this segment last hour, and I said, I think it's crazy to kind of be thinking about buying presents now, but I've had a bunch of friends Facebook me, text me, and Twitter me and say, no, we are shopping now. Is it a good idea?
You want to start soon. There's a couple reasons. One is there's going to be some great sales, and there may be better deals closer to Christmas. But if you're within that 3-month period of time, a lot of times you can buy that gift, hold on to that receipt. Maybe it's a 90-day return policy, and if something better price comes up, you can exchange it. But I know for my wife and I, we've got 3 young children. They're 10, 8, and 5 years old. Sometimes the toys that they want, you can't get last minute. So reduce a lot of your anxiety and stress and get out there early, beat the crowds.
So planning is key, though, to not overspending?
You got it. On average, we spend about $130 in impulse purchases, and people that wait to the last minute oftentimes spend about $250 more on overall gifts. So it's very important, stay on track. Get that spreadsheet out, that holiday budget, and stay on track.
I mean, buying Christmas presents is such an emotional thing for so many people, but you do have to be careful to rein it in. So there isn't a danger of overspending if you start too early?
You got to stay on track, be accountable, prioritize who you're getting gifts for, and a great way to save money on gifts and stay on track, gift cards. Okay, they can be great for the folks that are hard to shop for, but also you're spending an exact dollar amount and you can stick to that dollar amount.
I mean, how essential is it also to make this budget, stick to it? Do you have clients who've had major setbacks as a result of their Christmas spending?
Absolutely. You know, as I said in the first segment, that you really want to save for future purchases. Don't be forced to save to get out of debt. So let's get a good game plan together and implement it.
All right, so to answer your questions on this and more topics, we have created a link on our Seen On section of 19actionnews.com. Tom Stockett, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, Denise.